Hi, welcome to Back on Two Wheels. Um, Here we're on the B645 from Rushden to St Neots. Um, Entering the Nationals here, and another little sign up here: motorcyclists red route. Obviously, I'm guessing there's some accidents and things, so we're taking it easy anyway. So enjoy. Okay, so what's been happening since the last time I posted? Um, well, we was in Germany for a while, and then, well, actually currently I'm in Denmark. So the bike's been at home all through the winter, um, and didn't get much use through the winter for obvious reasons with the weather, etc. So it's when I went to at the start of the year, went out to Germany, and during that time, the battery was going flat. So um, we got a what I thought was a working battery charger on it. Turned out it wasn't. So the battery's obviously gone dead flat, as it were, or nigh on dead flat. So purchased another battery charger, which I'll show you guys anyway on another one. I'll do a little video to show you that battery charger, and also at the same time I bought a like the adapter for it, so I could have connected to the battery, so that I can actually connect it whenever I want without actually having to get to the battery. So hopefully making it easier, especially if I'm out of the country and the bike's not with me, then at least someone else can plug it in for me, or I can leave it plugged in when I go. So there we are. But anyway, so the drama with the battery is not just the fact that it went dead. I came back to the UK, went out on the bike, that was fine. Took it to the airport, which was also fine. And but when I came back from the airport, or back to the airport, the battery was flat. So there we are, dramas. Wasn't any big slopes for me. It's tall for me anyway. I'm not going to try and bump start it while there's all these cars around, because the chances are things will go horribly wrong. So I contacted I was in the NCP, contacted their helpline, which Julie told me that if I was in a different car park, they'd be able to help me, but because I'm in that car park, they can't. So RAC, hour or so later, and we're on our way. A little bit concerning, because I didn't know, crikey, if it stalls. Not that it generally stalls, but you never know. At times like this, I was also in traffic along the what is it, the M45, is it? Something like that, A45, I think. There's a load of traffic, so I was a bit concerned in case I accidentally stalled it and didn't have enough to start it again. So anyway, so that was that drama. Charged the battery up over the Easter weekend, and then today, or not today, because this is weeks after, maybe a month after, on the day that I'm riding out here, it was the Tuesday after Bank Holiday Monday. Everyone else back at work. I would be flying out later, so I scooted out on the bike for a bit of a run out. Weather was looking nice. So there we were, out enjoying the sunshine and a nice, pretty much nigh on empty road. It was it's a nice bit of road. I actually took this road on the way to Harwich instead of the motorways and everything when I took my first bike out to Holland. So although I don't get out there that often, it is nice to a nice little ride. So dramas with the batteries, and it's certainly not the battery's fault. It was ultimately, I take full responsibility for the fact that I didn't have a trickle charger. I should have bought one, fitted one, based on the fact that the bike was going to be wasn't being used that much over the winter period. I wasn't around, and the weather was obviously not conducive with a nice ride out. So the bike obviously started when I went out on this run, as having been on charge for a day with the newer battery charger that I bought. I'll do a video on that, show you what that is at some stage. And I got down into St Neots and basically stopped there for a coffee. It started to rain, so stayed in there maybe longer than I would have done. When it finished raining, I came out, went to go out on the bike, and lo and behold, on this, from this journey, it's gone flat. The battery's obviously not holding a full charge, and therefore, so I'm guessing because it went really flat, that we've obviously messed up the battery. So there we are. So there I am, stuck again. Fortunately, I was in it's actually more of a pedestrian area. So it was in a square in St Neots. So it's not like I was stuck on the side of the road. So there we are. It was safe, but the problem with that is then obviously the RAC that ended up coming out again, obviously it's not an urgency, is it? Because you're not endangering yourself or anyone else. So it took probably 3 hours before they came out. So a lot longer than the time when they come out of the airport. So then we took it home. So next time I'm back, it's a new battery on the bike, and once that's on, I'll be looking to bring it back out to Denmark with me for a few weeks, and hopefully get a couple of little ride outs out here before going over to the ABR festival at Ragley Hall, which is Adventure Bike Rider Festival. Annual event, very good. If you don't know about it or have gone already, then it's worth checking out, that's for sure. So that's the only thing that's currently booked in at the moment. So we'll see what comes out after that. Anyway, let's stop waffling on and let you enjoy the scenery a bit more. So to the right here is the square where I stopped. Ended up stopping for a coffee. I'd actually gone through the town looking for somewhere to stop. I'd seen this place and thought, okay, well, I know that's there, and we'll just carry on through in case there's a place I can either turn round in or and come back, or there might be somewhere better. Never been to St Neots. Or not, at least not knowingly. I must have been through it, or possibly been through it when I went to Harwich, but not sure. So yeah, so what I actually did was go down to, well, you'll know what I did because you'll see it. But yeah, so this is where I ended up back up here. I'd gone round looking for somewhere. There was supposedly there was a sports centre sign, so I thought I'd go in there, just ride round the car park, back out again, and back up to this if there's nothing else before that, as it were. not knowing what was here. So there, that's what we did, and this is where I ended up, and this is where it stopped. Well, there we are. We're nearing the end of the video now. If you got this far, I hope you enjoyed the video. So, and I hope you check out some of the others, see where I've been, what I've been doing since getting the bike last year, and I hope you subscribe and catch any new videos. There will be some coming from Denmark, and hopefully there'll be some nice places to visit. Let me know if you want me to like do little walkarounds of the areas actually that I do. This particular video, the GoPro did not last long enough to pick up me pulling into the car park that I ended up parking in. It for some reason it cut out. I'm guessing battery on that had enough as well. So there we are. We need to charge more things up on a regular basis. So there we are. We did have spares, but obviously not while you're riding. But it was just up here on the left, and you know, it was the end. It was effectively the end of what was meant to be a nice long day, long ride out, as it were. So shame it ended as it did, but hey, it could have been worse. I could have been in another country with the bike, and I'm sure that would have come along with its own set of dramas. So nice and easy. Being in the UK was basically not a godsend, but certainly it made it easy. So on the left here, this is the square where I parked up. You might just make out a bike behind this bus stop. You can see it just, well, I can see it because I know it's there. But obviously I went up the road there, came in and parked in there next to that bike.